What's going on, New York Giants Nation? This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Doing another video today because Marc Colombo has been let go, and the Giants have hired Dave DeGuglielmo. And I hope DeGuglielmo, I'm not even 100% sure how to pronounce it, but we're going to call him Coach Dave. I don't know if the Marc Colombo firing was really news, to be honest. I mean, it's the offensive line has not progressed underneath him. We did not step forward much with him and Andrew Thomas, and you know the having our friend Shane Lemieux not start really until now because of the COVID situation with Will Hernandez was probably a mistake, and even Will Hernandez's regression. This season has been very telling. So I mean, is it really a big surprise that Marc Colombo got fired? No. I mean, if you think about it, I've said this before. I was not a huge fan of the Marc Colombo hire. I thought that his success in Dallas had to do more with the talent than it did with him. So I mean, it's it's just one of those things. I mean, he was 4 seasons with the offensive line coach with Jason Garrett, so I can understand why they brought him in. It was more, I would think it would be a comfort level with Jason Garrett and the offensive line, but like I said, I always thought that he had more talent than anyone else in Dallas for those 4 seasons. So I don't really think it was high. I don't really think it was his coaching. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but I do not think it was his coaching that led to the success that he had in Dallas. Now, Dave, we'll call him Dave D because I don't want to keep mispronouncing his name. I mean, this dude has been an offensive line coach for years. I mean, he's been all over. I mean, he was in college, Boston College, Boston University, Connecticut, South Carolina. He was with the Giants as an assistant offensive line and quality control coach from 2004 and 2008. He was the offensive line coach of Miami, the Jets. He had 2 years at that position in New England. He was assistant offensive line coach with the Chargers. He was with Miami in 17. He got fired with the Colts in 18. He went back to Miami in 19. He's bounced around, quite a bit. And in 19, he got fired just 4 days in the training camp from Miami. And he was in the running for the position back in the beginning of the season. He is a guy that's just been around. I mean, he's been around forever. I mean, he even coached under Tom Coughlin as a graduate assistant of Boston. I don't know why I'm also getting to my Boston accent. I gotta get to the car. Sorry about that for anyone from Boston. But like I said, he is a professional coach. And I'm not saying Marc Colombo wasn't, but this is a guy that's got a lot of experience, was in New England, so you kind of see that connection. He's got a little bit of the Giants roots. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, of course. It's a good hire. I like the hire. I want to see. I mean, there was too many things that came out about Andrew Thomas from former coaches about what he was doing wrong and things that coaches have never seen him do before. And they even said, I don't know if he's in. And the one coach who had worked with Andrew Thomas even came out and said, I've never seen him do these things before. I don't know if these tendencies are something that are being taught or these are something new. But this is not the same player I coach, and this is not the same player I saw in college. And I agree 100%. Andrew Thomas, if you watch the film in college, he is not the same player. His footwork, he's always had questionable footwork, but I think his footwork has gotten worse. He looks like he's lost quickness. He looks slow off the snap at times. He has looked much better ever since they moved Will Hernandez out because of the COVID. And paired him with Shane Lemieux. But like I said, it's a situation that I think that it had to be done. I'm glad they did it now because, like I said, you got 2 weeks before we get into the Bengals game. And I think this will be a big step for Andrew Thomas, Nick Gates, Shane Lemieux, Shane Lemieux, excuse me, and of course Matt. I think it'll just help what we have. I mean, and honestly, if you want to be honest about it, Nick Gates has played okay. He has not played exceptionally well, but he's played okay. I think he could probably improve, and I think if he's under a different tutelage, that I think he will improve, and I think he will get better, and I think this is going to make the Giants better team as a whole. And we just kind of have to wait and see what happens. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you breaking news and the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, you know what that means. That'd be awesome.